I walked around the CPhI show in Milan a couple of weeks ago, and I want to share my thoughts and opinions with you right now. Okay, we'll start briefly with just the shot of the project that we were working on. These are a couple of shots of that, and we'll come back to this later. But as I go through, a big focus will just be on the messaging and the effectiveness of it, which was interesting this time around. Some design points as well. So light boxes were a big thing. We had a big one in ours. Here's some more examples. Here's some messaging. Your contract packaging partner. It's a bit vague. For this one, again, light box here at the top. This is a nice hanging sign. This lighting here, it's okay for this up here, but then once you get down halfway through, this becomes dark. But this is kind of a cool detail. Fareva, development and support services for all your projects. Not so great, but this one's a little bit better. We develop and manufacture your APIs and finished dosage forms, a little bit more specific, which is nice. They blocked off a lot of these entrances and exits to the stand. I'm not sure exactly why, but at least they're not blocking the visual presentation. Again, you see light boxes here, lots of light boxes. Also, one thing I'd like to mention as well, the screens, the video content. It's just, I never saw anyone just sitting there looking at any video content. The video content just blends into the background. Not very effective. Thermo Fisher, I mean, it's got a bit of a dated look with this framing everywhere and these acrylic panels in here. Also the graphics, as you see up here, they're not really laid out the right way. Look how close this is to the edge. This should be scooted in, so should this. It should just have more space. You see the construction on this hanging sign. It's questionable. Counter's dark up here. This could use some lighting. The light box. And they had these fire hydrants all over the place. This right here, I mean, the placement of this, not great. I mean, surely they had to have this here, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe they could have just moved it over here somewhere. Catalan. Okay, so this was right at the entrance to one of the halls. This was pretty impactful. I mean, typically, you don't want to take a logo and like take it right to the edges of the background that it's on, but in this case, it worked. I mean, it's like huge. It's like definitely eye-catching right when you walk in. Again, more light boxes. Some of the text up here, pharmaceutical development and manufacturing is science, orchestrating delivery of better treatments to patients is art. A bit wordy, where science meets art. I mean, okay. It's a bit odd. Lots of pharma solutions, taglines, you'll see those throughout. This hanging sign, I mean, the letters on it look fine, but you have this, like, I guess you call it oil canning effect, like where the interior of where the inside of this then bows in like this. It's just not a great look. More light boxes here. This is one of those designs that's just like there's a lot going on here, and I'm not sure that it's really doing anything. I mean, you look at it, it's like, okay, pharma solutions again, all right, very vague. I mean, everyone at this show is offering a pharma solution. You've got light boxes, which, as I mentioned, is quite common, but you got lots of design going on here, which I'm not sure is really doing anything for you. I mean, why do you have 3 logos here, 4 logos? Why do you have this whole network of beams here with these lights? It seems unnecessary and kind of strange. Lots of odd, just all this lighting around here, different colors and finishes, just a bit strange. But they do have the light box here as well. This one, I mean, this is a pretty typical look. The blue and white and maybe some wood accents. I mean, this wood louvered wall. I mean, this is not bad. Again, blue and white. These blue and white stands really didn't pop. Just because these are just such conservative colors. This one was better than most, at least just because of this lighting detail here at the bottom. These here, like the one on the left with, some of these, let's say, less common colors, did better. Lots of white at a pharma show like this, as could be expected. So stands like this one right here that have more saturated color just looked more interesting. Although right when you look in here, there's nobody in here, right? There's nobody in here. You look over here, it's full of people. Excellence beyond manufacturing. Okay. This is for companies in Austria. I mean, this was just full of stuff. You couldn't even see inside. It was just, and every wall was a light box. Here they had an exit marked on the floor. I'm not sure why. I mean, you can literally come in or out of this stand anywhere you want. As you can see, headers like this, they're more effective, right? They stand out. I mean, compare this one here to this one here. So these bright saturated colors actually were quite effective, and then you've got these light boxes here. We are principled, we think differently, and deliver. Okay, we are principled. I mean, that seems like it's just, you would hope they'd be principled. That's not a selling point. That's just what's expected, right? Over 60 years experience, okay. The specialized integrated CDMO, all right. Biopharma Group, innovation shaping the future. Not great. But at least they have here the things that they do specifically. Food supplements, probiotic-based drugs, medical devices, and cosmetic. These display cases are nice. And a big light box. This is one of my favorites here. Check it out. We value health. All right, we're at a pharma show, and they value health, and this is a selling point. I wonder if they thought long and hard about that. They came down on this tagline. So I mean, I don't know. Like, it's so vague, so general. It's almost like it's not even there. Here they have, I mean, this is okay. You know, they have their logo on here twice. I mean, it seems like an opportunity here to do some interesting graphics, especially since they didn't do really any up here. But at least this then looks simple and clean. This this counter display right here was kind of cool. This is kind of odd. This is one of those designs that's, and again, another one of those like oddball designs that you're just kind of confused about why they made the choices that they did. Like these contrasting colors, the orange toe kick lighting, the blue thing. Like what's the purpose of this blue thing? It's kind of strange. Then you have this oddly shaped like middle pillar with a screen that's not working. So, I don't know. You have the big light boxes in the back and this like huge heavy structure up here. I mean, this whole thing, like all the way from the left to the right, all this doesn't even need to be here. All this could be gone and it would just increase the visibility of this back wall. So if they did that along with just kind of getting rid of a lot of these weird contrasting colors. I mean, look at this orange. It kind of has to do this weird and then just stops right here. Like, why? Driven by science, inspired by nature. Okay. Inspired by nature, you know, that's kind of cool. Explorers, scientists, engineers. All right. I mean, you know, this graphic here, this is not great. Like all this stuff, this is a lot of weird information and arrows and percentages and things, but okay, maybe if you're well versed in this stuff, you might understand what all that means. These display cases are nice. This is a nice detail. Sky Pharma. This just, it's just so, I don't know, just the boring, the white with the blue and the wood. Just looks extremely dated. I mean, I could just imagine like this company like working there would just be a sea of cubicles. But it looks like there's lots of people there, I mean, which is good. This one's nice. I mean, look at the messaging here. Your eye automatically is here at the front. You've got the big overhead sign with the logo. You've got the products that they make just cleanly displayed, like just the graphics right here, just the colors. It's just nicely done. I mean, this part back here, you know, this is not that great. I mean, they could have just easily simplified this down. The detail that's here and the fact that there's no lighting on it, it's not so great, but this front part is really nice. You automatically see what they do. It makes perfect sense. This one, I mean, wow, look at this. I mean, what's this? What is this? I'm not sure. It's just really strange. Look at this graphic. I mean, wow. This graphic looks like it was made in the 90s. This right here, I mean, oh man. You don't even really know where to look. This is nice. More light boxes, blue and white. Yeah, so check this out. This is a giant fail. I mean, light boxes, yeah, but look at this hanging sign right here. This is so strange. Like, I guess these are supposed to be something like mountain peaks, but then they wrapped a sign around this. Is this supposed to be maybe like a cloud or something hanging around a mountain peak? But I mean, it's just, oh, ooh, not very good. I mean, quality assistance, contract research organization. Okay. Lab analysis, high quality controls. All right. This is not bad. I mean, this whole structure out here on the left side doesn't seem necessary. And this whole thing in the front also doesn't seem necessary. Like, why are you blocking people from coming in? It just seems strange. We deliver technology and results. Okay, that's extremely vague. It doesn't really tell me anything. Food supplements and medical devices. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. They need some lighting on the outside of this thing. It's bright inside, but the outside's dark. This is nice. I mean, mainly an overall white stand, but you've got these pops of color in here which are controlled, makes it look clean. E-Pharma, always to create solutions. All right, I think they need an editor for this. We need to fix this. Always, did they forget ready? Always ready to create solutions, or always creating solutions? This has to change somehow. But this graphic here is nice. This counter is nice. Not bad. Overall, they just need to edit their language there. Saw several stands like this. Ones that have this acrylic facade with these spider connectors on here. That seems a bit old school. More light boxes. Your full service CDMO. All right. By your side, from idea to market. I mean, that's every CDMO. They all say that. Here's another view of that one we saw earlier. And this is kind of cool too, with these acrylic dividers here. I like it. Yeah, this is just a typical boring white. Medac Group, everything from a single source. Okay. All right. Very vague. PQE Group, Global Quality Solutions. All right. Again, not telling me very much about what they do. I guess maybe if you're at the show and in the industry, you know who PQE Group is. You know what they do, but the thing is, if you know what they do already, you probably understand that maybe they have global quality solutions already. You actually know more detail than they're giving right here. So it just seems strange. The graphics, ooh, not great. All this weird busy stuff. These stanchions, why? What's the point? So this is Prestige Biopharma, specializing in biosimilars and antibody therapeutics. Okay, I mean, I don't know what that means, but it seems quite specific. And for someone interested in biosimilars and antibody therapeutics, this would be the place to go. We've got a global scale vaccine manufacturing center. Okay, so yeah, I saw a lot of drone videos of people's production facilities. I mean, nobody's really interested in that stuff, really. I mean, it just seems like a flex. Okay. Anjak Health and Beauty. All right. It's kind of clean. Cosmetics. We develop and manufacture healthcare and cosmetic solutions. All right. Our expertise licensing. This is kind of strange. So is the expertise like these products here? Licensing products. Okay, so I mean this one's not bad. All right. Fresenius Kabi, caring for life. All right. Your partner for solutions. Oh my gosh, another one like that. Another blue and white. Polycrystalline, your integrated solution partner. Okay, integrated. What does that mean? Maybe all in one, like you don't have to go anywhere else. That's kind of just a different way of saying that other one that we just saw, your one-stop solution. All right. People, I guess, people looking for convenience, ease. Okay. Medex, powered by bees, proven by science. The strongest propolis on the market. All right. I don't know what that is, but they're leaning heavily on these bees. When really, I mean, if I was looking for what they're offering, do I care about how they get there? Like, is it okay, so you use bees, like what if you use something else, like to get to the same place? I mean, they're talking about how they're getting there, not where they're getting to. Rather more about the process than the destination. QR codes, I mean, using them as a design element, I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, kind of interesting. I don't think I've seen it before. I am sick and tired of the QR codes, though. I feel like, hey, our lives these days are just directed with QR codes everywhere we go. So, in those terms, not that great, but overall, the look, not bad, actually. This is very confusing. Here we keep the finger on the pulse. Okay. What is this? Might be some advertisement for a city or a region. Maybe a government entity. It's hard to tell. We solve thermal challenges. That's pretty good. Another light box, design, manufacturing, and packaging. Okay. Another design that's kind of oddball, but I mean, it's okay. It's not as heavy as some of the other ones. But there's nobody here. We need more lighting and definitely more visitors. parental CDMO. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but okay. I mean, it's a specific type of CDMO, not like your number one CDMO solution. It's some type of CDMO. So perhaps like people who know more about this stuff would know what this is referring to, and think that it's interesting. Parental CDMO switch to pre-mixed solutions. So maybe where premium products flow. Okay. Sterile manufacturing, delivery systems, and parental technologies. Okay. They're a little bit disjointed, but at least they're being a little bit more specific instead of the high level, just vagueness of many of these other stands. Biocell, advanced collagen generator. Okay. This is like advertising a specific product that they have. I mean, it's cool. M Squared Consulting Academy, HR and Placement. Okay, so I guess this is a staffing agency of some sort. These bold colors like this definitely stood out. I mean, just look around this image right here. You see white, 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 white. Here's some color back there, but overall, you know, this is pretty eye-catching. Even though the graphics themselves are not great, they're just kind of too busy. Another one where the pop of color is really helpful at a show like this. Avada Pharmaceutical Services, building a relationship about you. Okay, that's confusing. What does that mean? It's a contract manufacturer committed to developing a collaborative relationship with clients to produce quality products. I mean, that is a whole sentence that doesn't say really anything about this company. That's any CDMO. We make it about you. Okay, all right. Always thinking about you. A CMO committed to collaborative relationships and delivering quality products. All right, this is extremely generic. Simplifying progress. Okay. And there's no one in here, but for a little 10 by 10, this wasn't bad. I mean, these are just 2 light boxes, or 3 by 3 meter. These are just my powering excellence for your manufacturing. Okay. Yeah, this was one of those heavier designs, just more structure, but it wasn't bad. They had these corner light boxes, again, more light boxes, more white. This logo looks quite nice. Nice display cases, clean, a little bit heavy. This, the strange combination of design and colors. This thing's like bowed down right here. You got the green, you've got the pink or red, and you got the blue and the white, the wood, and the texture. It's just a lot of stuff going on. Vertical text right here to go on this pillar that just ends oddly in this like thing. This one was pretty nice. Nice modern design. I mean, just it doesn't look like overly heavy. It's eye-catching. It's got solid blocks of color. Nice lighting, just inviting. It's warm. It just seems friendly. the furniture and the look of the space just seem to match. It's just, this is just nicely done. Science, people, affordable medicines. Okay, so this is interesting. Affordable medicines, right? Like, so perhaps these people are not going to be as expensive as some of the other manufacturers. If you're looking for a good deal, maybe come here. Again, more white, boring, gray carpet, white walls. Accord, I don't know what they do. It's impossible to tell. There's no graphics, no text anywhere. Although they did have these cool in-floor lighting details. This was cool. This wooden thing, I mean, I don't know what it's really doing for them. I would think not much, but this flooring element, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure about the usefulness of all this stuff up here and like this pillar here in the front. This is a Turkish company. Just these colors, it's just, this is odd. The blue is okay, I guess. It gives that a bit of pop, but this orange and red and green, not sure what that's all about. This is one of the kind of more complicated designs that seemed kind of successful. I mean, it just looks very expensive. All the rounded edges and angles and everything, lighting and whatnot. This logo is quite nice. Kind of blocks off a big portion of the front of this, along with this counter here, but overall the look is pretty nice. This is back to that Turkish one. We produce for health with 60 years experience. Okay. I guess if I'm coming to this, I'm like, okay, you have 60 years experience. What can you do for me now? Apicore. I mean, this is not bad. You know, you have like a kind of an interesting look. This pergola look with these plants. Or blue and white with these acrylic with the spider connectors on here. Fairly boring. Just there's a certain formula to these. This is kind of interesting. So this is using natural elements in here. Okay, that's their thing. I get this. How they're different. Perhaps these people are kind of similar in that regard. This is confusing. Don't know who they are, what they do. No idea. This is kind of an interesting look for a small space. I mean, I would get rid of this graphic here. You know, among the top 3 insulin manufacturers in Russia. Okay. Interesting. And you have some other things written here, which would probably be very interesting to people who knew what they meant. But then the problem is that this graphic up here is then blocking this stuff back here. This screen is just on a freestand, just hanging out here by itself. I mean, why wouldn't you just take that screen, put it here or something? And then this just doesn't look that great. I mean, it's just the fabric. You can see the wrinkles in it, so you know, not ideal. But I mean, overall, it's a clean design. I like how they did hide some of this truss up here, so this kind of looks nicer. I mean, these hanging elements here and wires and stuff are not great, but this is a nice touch. See, this is people taking the natural elements and kind of overdoing it. This just looks pretty cheesy. Innovative healthcare products. Oh man. Development and manufacturing. Wow. As as generic as you can get. Innovative technologies. And here they have a stock photo of a guy on a with a micro contract manufacturing. Okay. Ooh. Very, very generic. At least it wasn't blue. They went all out. They went green for this. With love from Ukraine. Okay, they're telling us where they're from. This design element just quite strange. Just coming out like weirdly dropping down and turning into this counter. Not sure you need this whole thing out here. This is kind of an interesting look here with this, how this ceiling element interacts with this seating area back here. I got something matching here. It's nice. Not really sure what they do, but it's a clean look. More light boxes. This counter here, this counter detail is interesting. They have lots of natural elements in here, so that's not bad. This dividing wall is kind of cool. More light boxes. Polypharma, we stand by life. Okay. Great. Pharma Biosource, skills, agility, scale. All right. Life sciences consulting and transaction experts. All right. Skills, agility, and scale. It's just strange. This is kind of like a cosmetics thing. It was quite successful. Pretty busy with people. They had a really great location too. So this is actually an aisle coming up to this stand right here. So they had a lot of visibility. There's some of the country stands. Pharma Group, GMP. Okay. Another light box. Brazil. I mean, this is just, extremely generic. This was kind of interesting. I mean, I'm not sure about these hexagon things, if it's really even necessary. But it looked kind of cool. They were busy. Oddly, this screen that they're hanging down from this element right here is blocking the view of that tagline. Wait, so we can see quality. This is what it says. Quality made in Italy, health at its best. Okay, so they're saying that they're high quality and they're Italian. Health at its best. All right, that's generic and meaningless. A century of good solutions. All right. Okay. This is kind of a cool thing. This seating area right here in the middle of this. You know, some of these stands were here at the edges of the hall, and so they didn't really get very much traffic. Also, this lighting that they have here is not very inviting. These lights are these high-powered lights, just not so great. This one was nice. Lots of people in there. This was just the outside. UPS Healthcare. That's a new one for me. Didn't know they innovation that helps shape the future of patient care. So what do they do? This is UPS Healthcare. Do they ship the products around? Like, meet and exceed complex regulatory requirements with quality-focused, patient-driven healthcare logistics solutions. Okay, logistics solutions. All right, they're shipping the stuff around, but all this other stuff, what does it even mean? Who knows? A CDMO like no other. Please tell me more. Okay, so you've got all these standard things in there. This one was kind of nice, actually, though. Like, the design of it was interesting because they really used the idea of layering. So when you looked in here, it kind of gave it a good amount of texture and movement. So this was done pretty well. Again, blue and white. And this is ours. Adair Pharma Solutions. So definitely on the colorful side, but using white. I think they did a nice job. Agency did a nice job with the graphics. Oh, here, this is strange. This is just paper stuff hanging from, I guess they do packaging, but they decided to create this weird chandelier. No, it's not a chandelier. It's like a tree. So this tree, and here are the leaves and things. It's just, it just does not look good at all. More acrylic pieces in here. Definitely an old school look. Meet the future of healthcare packaging. Okay, healthcare packaging. What's the future? Tell us more. Because we care. Oh, because we care. Guaranteed she doesn't work there. This is just a stock image. Very generic. I mean, this is okay effect. More blue and white. The light boxes. This is nice. I mean, this interesting machine here out front, this was working. It was doing some packaging or something else. This was kind of cool. The light box behind it was also cool. The display cases here were nice too. So this was quite successful in terms of the overall look. Pharmaceutical dispensing solutions. Okay, and so when you look at this, you're like, okay, they make this machine, and whatever it does, I guess this dispenses drugs. Then it's easy to understand, right? You have a nice look, and then you have the thing, which they create, what they do. So it's well done. Here are those display cases, which are nicely done. More pictures of that. This is not bad. I mean, these counters and everything is okay. Packaging solutions for healthcare products. All right, these people are getting more specific for healthcare products. All right. The look of this is not bad. I mean, this wood kind of slat exterior with this kind of white interior and some blue. I mean, yeah, it's nice. These people had a nice location right at the front. These display cases were nice too, kind of like these lit up monuments here. This is nicely done. Although maybe a bit complicated, visually, there's a lot going on. Advanced motion technology. So these people make robots, and these robots were moving around the space. I mean, that's pretty interesting. These people had running LEDs that were going through these through these channels here. So I don't know. It was a bit cheesy. Syntagon, this is clean. This is nice. Also not the typical white. So you get a bit of more of that pop. You got the logo matching up with the counter as well, which is nice. This is one of those oddball designs. Big curving weird things. These people didn't bring their products in, so they just had pictures of their machines instead of their actual machines, which was much less successful than others like these people who actually had their stuff. I guess they just didn't want to bring it, didn't want to incur the costs and just the expense and hassle bringing it. Airplan, what do they do? Clean room and process solutions. All right, so they'll build your clean room for you. All right. These people also will build your clean room for you. Why should I choose one or the other? I don't know. Pharmaceutical powders enhanced. Okay. I mean, this graphic is terrible. Terrible graphic. World's #1 voice-activated isolator. Okay. Voice-activated isolator. I guess for someone who would know what this is, then they would understand what this does, but not me. This was kind of cool. They had a small space, and it looks like their thing, whatever they make, is just too big to bring. So they created this like scale model of it. I like that. Do not enter. Okay, do not enter. Okay. And I think that just about does it. That's it for CPhI. If you stayed till the end, thanks.